How's it going, guys? If you're having a bad case of the Mondays today, then you're in luck because I felt like doing a double header today. So if you enjoy my content, then now you get twice as much of it today. Because I found two kind of short matches, kind of want to combine them. And since I do have plus 15-minute uploads allowed on my channel, for some reason this does end up passing it. I don't think it will, but if it does, then hey, you know, it'll be my first one. So we have two matches today. I believe the first one is against someone by the name of JordanCal11, then the other one is against someone by the name of HolyKris. I believe them in the title and shit up here. But we'll go ahead and play back the first one, which is against JordanCal, and then it'll transition automatically right into the next one, so I'll play it back right now. Also, fuck you guys if you don't like this music. Blitzball for life. If they release a separate game of it, I would totally play it all day and night, do Let's Plays every day. I love that game. But, so he's going to go ahead and lead off with a Don fan. I'm going to lead off with a Ride-On. And seeing both of these, it should be fairly obvious what we want to do. Like, we're going to set up rocks. We're not even going to try to stop him. The only difference being that he can spin his away at any time. I do not have a spinner. But seeing that he has a Volcarona, I'm going to need to keep Ride-On around and, you know, hopefully keep those up or set them up. I'm really glad he didn't spin them away. But for now, I do predict him to try to go for the Earthquake, you know, get some damage going on my Ride-On. And, so I go into Rotom, resist that nicely. I do threaten him out with the Leaf Storm as well, so he's going to switch out. I do believe he goes into his own Rotom Grass, which is kind of funny, you know, seeing someone else using Rotom Mow, Grass, Cut, whatever you want to call it. But, yeah, you don't see these things too often. I actually ran into someone else that used another one, which is cool. I don't know if he's running the same set as me, which is a sub and 3 attacks. But it's nice to have around because it has that quad resistance to electric. I do have Lapras, which is a quad resistance to ice. So I can resist Bolt Beam with this team. It was kind of like an early toss together thing. It had fairly good synergy as well, so I didn't really mind using it. But he's going to go ahead and hit me with what I'm assuming is a Hidden Power 5 for Notorious and all that. I hit him with mine. I'm not sure if he's running a bulky set. But actually, no, I do know. Yeah, he gets his leftovers first, so he's running more speed than I am. But, yeah, or he might just be running something else entirely. I don't know. But if we are, in fact, running the same set, then the crit matters because I just hit him with a Hidden Power, and it only did around half. He hit me with his, and it O-code with a crit, which is unfortunate, but I can't do shit about it. So, I'm going to go ahead and go into my Victini, and I say this because if you notice the HP and the Stealth Rock's damage, then it's fairly obvious it's not a Victini. Not sure if he caught that in the middle of the stream, given his next play, because he leaves this Rotom and die. Probably, you know, just to get damage from the V-Create and whatnot, or get the drops from the V-Create and then come in with Donphan, but I'm not sure if V-Create was even out at the time of this match, but I don't know what he was doing. Anyways, I'm going to go for the Grass Knot. I do believe Victini can also get Grass Knot as well, so it might not be too apparent. But, yeah, the HP from this side of the match should be giving it away what's going on. So he brings in his, what is this thing's name? I don't even, Samurott? No, I don't even know the English names. I know this thing is like Daikinki or something shit like that. But, anyways, I'm going to go for the Night Days, hopefully get the accuracy drop. And I don't know how heavy he is, which is why I was kind of scared to go for the Night Days. I figured reliable stab is reliable, and I might as well go for it. Because, I mean, he looks big, but a lot of things look small and they're actually really heavy, and a lot of things look heavy, but they're really small, you know. I wasn't going to go look up the weight of this thing on hand and figure out whether or not Grass Knot was going to kill. But I do make the appropriate play, go into Lapras expecting another Aqua Jet, and the Rock's damage that I just got is all completely healed, so thanks. Thanks. He does have a Lychee Berry, which is going to be a little bit troublesome, as he did raise his attack by +1. I think these things get access to Sword Stance, so he's going to go for the Mega Horn. And it does a lot. Now, I know Lapras is kind of bulky and everything, and I kind of honestly expected to take that a little bit better, especially because it's not stab and he only has a +1 boost. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the T-Bolt, get the useless Revenge crit back. Kind of hacksy this match was, but whatever. So, sitting, I guess, okay, and I gotta just stop and talk about this nickname for a little bit. That part in Kingdom Hearts 2 where Phil is like, jump on the Hydra's back, or get on the Hydra's back, whatever it was, you have... I thought I had good nicknames, but my hats are off to you, so I have to bow for that one. I was laughing at that one. But I do have Kajando here, so I'm gonna go ahead and go for the high jump kick and miss, you know, like I always do. I'm looking good, and I do have an advantage because I saw that he was Life Orb, but you know, 90% just always bites me in the ass for some reason, especially when I use this thing. So he's gonna go ahead and take me out with a Dragon Pulse crit, another one. Fairly useless crits going all around everywhere. But yeah. So I gotta go into my plan B here, which is I'm going to my Victini yet again, in case you have not pieces together. But since I didn't die, switch out, switch back in. Usually I don't get more than one use from Zoroark, but I thought when you got hit and you switched out and switched back in, your illusion got shot. But I guess you still keep it, which is cool. And thankfully Focus Blast didn't miss. High Jump Kick does, but Focus Blast doesn't. What? Game Freak, what? Whatever. So I come back in with Rhydon. I'm really glad he hasn't spun away the rocks yet, but I do know he has a Volcarona and a Zoroark left. I did remember that he had the Volcarona, but seeing the damage that he took from that, I remembered his last one was Zoroark right on the spot. But because of a Violite, I should be able to take a Focus Blast or a I don't know about taking a Grass Knot, to be honest, but I'm glad he went for the Focus Blast. And yeah, it ends up taking him out with the Stone Edge. I kind of wanted to just, you know, fish for a crit just in case. I don't remember what investment I'm running on Rhydon. But it takes him out, which is cool. So in comes the real Volcarona. Gonna take half from rocks, and he's kind of in between a rock and a hard place, pun somewhat intended, because if he tries to set up, he knows I can very easily take him out with the Stone Edge. But if he doesn't set up, he won't be able to outspeed my Victini, so that's the risky thing there. He could have gone for the Quiver Dance, and had my Stone Edge missed, then I would have been in a world of hurt. But because he didn't set up and he just went for the Bug Buzz, I'm just going to go ahead and come in with my real physical Victini and take him out with the V-Create. And as I've said before, non-bulky Volcaronas get one-shotted by V-Create, which is always awesome, and especially because of the rocks damage from earlier. Overkill. Overkill. Didn't even need Sun. So that's going to be the end of the first match here. We'll let it transition to the second one for a little bit. Take a little bit of a breather. Whew. Okay. So what do we got here? We have the match against HolyKris, and we're bringing weirder stuff than the last match. Like, the other stuff is like viable stuff. This stuff is just like, what the fuck? Just like, why would you put any of these on the same team? But that's what made it fun. So he's gonna go ahead and lead with he or she, fairly androgynous name, I guess. But I'm gonna assume so he's gonna go ahead and lead with a Crustle. I do lead with Omastar, I guess, kind of predicting the Shell Break as well. Because I know these things do set up rocks, but I know I want to get solid damage on just in case it does end up being a shell breaking set. Turns out he just has stealth rocks, and as much as I really wanted to break right here, I didn't know how well I was going to take an Earthquake if he decided to predict it and go for it. I'm pretty sure these things get Earthquake. It wouldn't make much sense if he didn't. I mean, he's got like a freaking... He's living under a rock. He should be able to. But he brings in Nidoking, and I got an itch on my leg. Give me a sec. It looks kind of weird on the camera. But I predict the Earth Power, so I go to Skarm, and he's going to go ahead and hit me with the T-Bolt instead. So very good play. Would have hit both super effectively. And I don't know what I was thinking. But this isn't like a traditional, like, rocks, bulky Skarm. It's a Weak Armor Swords Dancing set, which unfortunately I didn't get to use in this match, but whatever. The other thing I also remembered seeing this Sawsbuck come in is that this match actually disconnected, and we replayed it pretty damn well. Like, I'll mention up until what point. But I'm going to go for the Nature Power right here because Nature Power does turn into Earthquake on Wi-Fi, which is really good on this guy. It can get taunted, but it doesn't get affected by Sucker Punch, so it counts as a support move that turns into a regular move, which is it's cool. So it doesn't end up doing that much, only does about a third. So I'm going to go into Rhydon to take whatever hit this thing wants to dish at me. Whether it be X Scissor or what is it, Mega Horn. And I see Mega Horn, and I've only taken a little bit of rocks damage. And I'm like, alright, I got this. And I'm a Violite Rhydon with max HP. And that's really shocking to see it one-shot with a crit. Like, Escavalier is fucking scary. So I go back into, what is it, Sawsbuck. I don't really understand what happened in this part of the match. I think he didn't get the crit at first, and then I hit him with something. But I think we ended up going here or something like that. I can't remember what happened because this play seems really bad, but we did it just to recreate what actually happened. And I don't remember what actually happened. So you'll have to excuse those last two turns. They do seem kind of weird, but we're just trying to shoot for accuracy. So I do end up going for the Horn Leech, I guess, to also make an attempt to recreate it as well. Because I think what originally happened is he switched that thing and then I went for a Horn Leech, and then he did activate my Sap Sipper. I do remember that, so thankfully he did go for the Sleep Powder. But Powder activates it, which is really cool, so Leech Seed activates it. Any grass move, it's like Motor Drive, any grass move will kick it in, so it's great to have around for an Atory if you want to run like Jump Kick on it or whatever. I don't know, I'm just a really big fan of Sawsbuck, just going to say that right now. So, not really wanting to predict a switch, I guess I'm just going to go for the super effective move. And Mega Horn does about a quarter, so I'm thinking if that was resisted, then you know, Earthquake might do half and might take him out because it's not resisted, it's actually neutral, and it does. And I don't want to say that's really cool because I keep saying that, but okay. So Starmie comes in. I am at full health, which is I'm not sure whether or not I can take an Ice Beam if he happens to be like a Life Orb one. And since I know I'm at full health, I should be able to take one, you know, barring Life Orb variants or whatever he might happen to be. I'm thinking he might have been Scarf or something. But I take it really well, and I'm going to go ahead and go for the Horn Leech and, you know, just get the majority of my health back. There's not much to say. It's a Sawsbuck on the screen. It's very distracting. I don't want to put little Christmas lights on his horns. Whatever. So, Stunfisk comes back in. I'm just trying to think. Like, I'm busy being distracted by how we tried to recreate this. And I did end up going for the Horn Leech and getting the static. So I decided to go for the Mega Horn to try to recreate that. And I actually end up getting the... he went for the Discharge to try to get the static as well, as opposed to anything else. But, you know, I was like, I'll do it myself, thanks. So, I'm at +1, I'm paralyzed, so Sawsbuck isn't going to be doing too much here anymore. Oh shoot, what happens here? So, he goes for the rest, get his health back, you know, maybe fish on a paralysis, and hope I don't do that much with a +1 Horn Leech, but, you know, I'm going to get a lot of health back from that, because Stunfisk does happen to be pretty damn bulky, so just going to hit him with those horns, and, don't think it'll kill, just because of how bulky it is, and it doesn't, like I thought, but I'm going to get a lot of health back. So he's asleep, he's pretty much hosed, or she, the Stunfisk happens to be a she, and some old guy's taking his laundry out. Looked in my window, kind of distracting, but anyway, back to the match. He's asleep, just going to go for the Horn Leech. I kind of just lost, like, my drive to narrate, like, I don't know, I felt like my train of thought just completely veered off track, but we'll see. We'll see if it comes back. I don't want to do another take. So, in comes Nidoking. I know it can very easily one-hit KO me, and I don't want anything else to take a Flamethrower, an Ice Beam, whatever he happened to go for. I'm weak to both, so I might as well just stay in, and I'm paralyzed, and I won't be able to do anything. So Sawsbuck goes down, and running out of options here, so I bring in a Jinx. Now, I rarely ever use a Jinx. Like, this might be the first and last time you ever see me use one, just because I forgot to put Ice Beam on it. I actually run Calm Mind, Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Focus Blast, which seems like a very silly set. But Psychic one-shots, I was kind of scared that this thing was going to be Scarfed and it was going to one-shot me with the Flamethrower. Because people like to run Scarf over Life Orb lately to bluff the Life Orb because they don't see the recoil and then you go from there. But I'm Life Orb Jinx, and Jinx actually has a pretty decent special attack, you know, with Life Orb and everything. And it almost one-shots it, which is like, damn it. So he's going to go for the Sleep Powder, and the reason that Jinx is not really used, as you're going to see in a little bit, is Jinx has paper-thin physical defense. Like, if you were to throw a pencil, she's like, hey, I need a pencil. You chuck a mechanical pencil at her, she faints. Like, it's that thin. It's like base 30, 35, something like that, so I'm not going to live this Power Whip at all. But because it's really low on health, I can pick it off with something else, so that's cool. Nidoking was starting to scare me for a little bit, and I think Vegas lagged out a little bit. I don't know. I haven't eaten anything, so I'm a little distracted by that as well. But here we go. I have Manectric, and that'll go ahead and save the day with a Flamethrower. So that is going to be the game, and that is going to be it for both of these double headers. So good game to both of you guys. I enjoyed them. They were kind of short, so I figured I'd lump them together and get a decent length narration. So that'll do it. I also wanted to take the opportunity to plug the shit out of my Amnesia LP. In case you haven't noticed your sub box this weekend, I've been uploading a lot of episodes, and that's because I find them really fun to record, to edit, to upload, to see what you guys think. And I'm actually having a little bit more fun playing it this time, because I know I'm recording it and I'll be talking to you guys as well. So I'll probably make a playlist and plug it in the description as well. And I think that should do it for Monday. You guys got 2 battles today. And yeah, I'll probably see if I can do something on Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that, like a other narrated thing. We'll see what happens. Might be getting a new mic coming in the mail, and if and when it does come, if it comes on a weird day where you're not supposed to get a narration, I'll probably just give you one anyway, just for the fun of it. And yeah, I don't know. I'm tired, I guess, for no reason whatsoever. So I'll see you guys later.